Hi there, it's Multiple Sclerosis 101, Jacalyn Flax. I wanted to do this video for a really long time, but I haven't had a camera, which kind of like really helps when you want to put together a video. But we're in the gym today because I want to sort of like take the tape that I made of exercising at home and go a little bit further and just do something a little bit tougher, just to see how everyone is. You know, if people who are working with the video at home need to go like one step further, together with my personal trainer, Georgio, who I'm not allowed to introduce, we have created some exercises, and we're going to sort of show you the beginning, then a little bit tougher. Everything's going to be like in stages, so you know where to start and where to finish. Good. Okay. Can you say something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm Jacalyn's health coach, and the exercises that we're demonstrating today, we've introduced to help people that suffer from MS to become more functional and to be able to live a much more active lifestyle. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to go through is the squat. The squat off the bench. So this is apparently this will be your chair at your home, and it's to help people get up off their chairs and get back down.
This is the first one.
Jacalyn is going to demonstrate with her hands as well. She wants to. So the first exercise will be the squat, and it will be off the bench. Now, the bench can be a chair at home. It can be anything that you need to get up off the couch. And what we want to do with the MS patient is make them more functional and make them more capable of getting up on their own.
Okay, this is the first squat, which I actually do on my tape. This is really the fundamental. You just have to stand up and sit down. Use your hands like Georgio said, and do eight of these. And then give it a break, do another set of 8, and 3 sets of 8. To do that once a day, 3 or 4 times a week is like amazing. And now we're going to go to the next set of squats that we do.
Okay, so now we'll go for a little bit more advanced squat. What we do is we squat and we come up right up to the toes, just to increase the balance. There you go, as far as we can. There you go, as you can see it's a little bit of a problem.
But hold on to the wall if you're at home.
Yep, you can also use the wall.
If you're at home.
Slowly control up and down, nice and slowly. And slowly up to the top and back down. Good. Okay, and then after this we'll go for an even more advanced squat, which is a 1 and a quarter squat. So Jacalyn will stand up. She'll go down toward the weight. So up she goes. Toward the weight down. And sometimes hit the bench. Okay. And one more time. She'll go down all toward the weight.
Oh no!
And back up. That was all the weight. This time we'll go down.
You should have been here Monday. It was really good Monday.
And drive. Good. And one more time. All toward the weight. And push back up. Good. And then back down again. She can take a seat now. That's to strengthen the legs even more. Okay, so what we'll be doing now is the squat walk. This is my own invention. I invented this specifically for Jacalyn and people who get this MS. Now the reason for this exercise is to increase the strength of those muscles that are needed for walking. So as Jacalyn is doing, so this next exercise is the squat walk. It's one of our own inventions. Me and Jacalyn invented it, and it's to help people use the muscles that are effective for walking. And every time they take a step, they have to drop down into a half squat. Whether it's a step in the squat or whether it's a step here, this is actually called a half squat. Jacalyn will demonstrate this exercise now.
Here's a squat. Up.
And a step. And a drop. Excellent. And a step. And a drop. Excellent. Step.
Oh my.
Good. Chest up, shoulders back. Good. And a step. And a squat. Good. All the way through until we get to the end of the walkway.
Are we? Possibly.
Excellent.
And it's good to moan and groan because it's miserable. Yeah. It's not easy.
But it's strengthening those muscles.
Oh.
It's strengthening those walking muscles which are needed to stay functional. Great stuff. That's fine. This next exercise was introduced to stop people from falling over and hurting themselves. So when someone with MS does fall over, what they can do is brace. Jacalyn will slowly bend her knees. Obviously, if she was falling forward, I will stand in front of her and she will put her hands on the ground to stop the fall and hopefully stop her knees from touching. You might not be strong enough to do this initially, but what you can do is eventually work your way up to it, so we'll show you how to do that.
Okay, this is called the burpee. So, why is it called burpee?
It's a variation of a burpee that we've introduced to help people again with MS.
Okay.
Alright.
Right now, so this is, if you fall,
Bang.
this is a really comfortable position if you have MS. You could stay in this all day, believe me. This is where you feel comfortable.
Okay.
So you're going to put your legs out,
Back.
and then bring them in.
Excellent.
Legs out, bring them in. And this, just keep doing, if you can do 5, or...
Build up to 10, that would be great.
Okay, that's the first block. Can I stop now and then we'll
have a
do
rest
the
now?
second? And we'll do the second.
Okay, now you work.
Okay.
So,
This is the, go on then, you said.
so what Jacalyn will do, she'll go down into that position, she'll kick her legs back, step one leg back at a time, now forwards, and then from there, she'll stand up. Nice and slowly, taking her time, getting her balance right. And eventually, slowly.
She's already done this before today.
Great.
So just smile.
Fantastic.
Okay.
And then we're back to here. Let's go for one more. Slowly down. The hands, brace, stop the fall. Legs back. Legs forward. And back to stand.
Oh.
Nice and slowly. Excellent. Excellent.
Yay.
Great stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so what we'll be doing now is 3 variations of the plank. The plank is great for core stability. Again, these muscles, we're working muscles in isometric contraction. So the muscle's not actually moving, but it's tightening up. And that's what we need. We need to get those muscles strong without movement as well. So Jacalyn will now demonstrate the first one, which is the absolute beginner one, on the elbows and the knees.
Like this?
Yep. And knees further back, take the knees much further back. Knees much further back. Further. So we get a little bit of distance. Elbows forward. Yep, knees back. And now we can start feeling those core muscles working in that area. Okay, so she draws her navel to her spine, tightens up her hands, keeps a nice spine neutral alignment of her spine, head up a little bit, and there we go. Now, that's the beginner stage. From there we move on to the little bit more advanced. Now she'll take her knees off the ground. Now we're on elbows and toes. We can again build up to this. You might initially not be strong enough to do this, and you can eventually build to this. And then the last but not least, a little bit more advanced.
It's all this in one here.
Here we go. Excellent. Again, look at that spine, neutral alignment, head up, pause lock, bent knees are slightly bent. So this mimics neutral alignment. That's great posture, and that posture should carry over when you're standing as well. Great. Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent. Let me get out my day for this.
So listen, these are 3 exercises that I hope that you'll get on with and do at home. What I really recommend is you get one of these, which is a personal trainer, and get to a gym at least twice a week. If you can't afford it, then do what you can do at home. Now the other thing I really want to say is that when you feel the days when you have a bad evening and you wake up the next day and you really feel like crap, still go to the gym, because one of these will work with you and you'll feel better when you leave than when you got there, I promise you. This is tough when you're at home, you've got to do it yourself. But you know, if you get a personal trainer and you work out twice a week with a trainer, and then you do the other little exercises that I've given to you, that we've given to you today to do at home, it's a really great way to counteract the ongoing, because it's an ongoing progressive disease. It doesn't stop. It will continue to atrophy your muscles. And do you want to say something?
Atrophy is muscle waste, for those of you who don't understand people say it in easy terms. Atrophy is muscle waste. When you don't use muscle, it wastes away. So the objective is someone who suffers from MS and who has a huge amount of muscle waste is to counter that, and that's what Jacalyn is saying here. You need to counter that by exercising. Jacalyn has exercised her whole life since she's been diagnosed with MS and kept as healthy and as functional as possible. I've seen many people with MS, and people that don't exercise are generally in a much worse condition. So exercise is absolutely essential for people with MS. Talking about trainers and coaches, you need a health coach or a trainer that genuinely cares about what you're doing and wants to see you progress and make leaps and bounds forward and stay functional and stay active. Okay, because like we all know that MS is a very debilitating, shall we say, disease, and its exercise is key to your success. Key.
Even though he's mean, he is mean, and I haven't allowed Diana to film some of the exercises that we do where we scream the crap out of each other. But you know, get somebody who knows intrinsically about multiple sclerosis, because it's a very complicated disease, and everybody has it differently. But find a personal trainer that knows about MS and get into a gym. And don't go on your own, because if you go on your own and lift a weight or whatever, you are actually a liability because of your balance, and if you fall and it drops at your toe, God forbid.
I mean, hang on a second there. Going on your own or trying some gentle exercise at home isn't a bad thing. You must try something. But
I go on my own to yoga class though. I go on my own to yoga class or Pilates class where, you know, basically you're sitting on the floor. But go on your own, walk into something where you're lifting weights and all this stuff like that. We didn't do any of the weight stuff today, but we work out with weights a lot. And he holds them and I hold them, but don't do that on your own, for God's sake, because you know you can hit yourself and hurt yourself, and with your balance you're a liability, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you are. I mean, you know, with MS you're a bloody liability with those weights. So get one of these. What's that? And do it. Just get out there and just do it. And even
you can train with MS.
You can exercise with MS.
Yeah.